The final episode is just batshit crazy.
Kill 'em all.
It really is the craziest shit I've ever seen. We really do end with the bang.
Here's
Chucky.
Here's an inside look at Chucky, Episode 8.
and camera, and action!
Who are you?
I'm Kyle. I'm with Andy.
I think that even though Lexi and Jake are a little skeptical of Kyle, they're also relieved because it's finally somebody who understands this.
If Chucky can get just one kid to kill someone, he can make an entire army.
Just to get to hear all the backstory. This is a confusing world.
Okay, how many freaking Chuckies are there?
A lot happens, people die, they come back to life. There's voodoo and craziness.
We're gonna need a lot of coffee.
He betrays us too, so it really shows. You can't trust anybody but your besties.
I think, well, I don't think she betrays you.
She doesn't betray us, but
she just doesn't want you guys to get involved.
Yeah, we put our trust in her.
Yeah.
And that's what she thinks is helping.
Yeah.
Not to keep you safe.
Drugging you.
Drugging us. Which was very fun to film, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
It was great.
Oh, we can reenact him right now, right? Whoa.
I know. Whack.
Junior, he's two things. He's excited because now he's sort of lost his mind. He kind of wants to do some killing. He's excited because he thinks that him and Chucky are going to murder Andy. And he's also a little bit nervous and scared because he's never really been a murderer before.
Yeah,
so
he's a novice. It's his gang initiation.
Junior, do it.
He's definitely a little bit nervous, but I think he's mostly excited to do some more killing.
Looking good, doll.
You're not looking so bad yourself, sweet face.
And this was the scene where you had the kid run up to you, that like beautiful moment where Chucky runs into your arms.
Yes.
You know?
I experienced pure joy.
Yeah.
My shriveled ovary just sort of sprang back to life. He came running at me. He's like, ah, and he jumped into my arms. And then I'm supposed to tickle him, which I do with the Chucky doll. And his mom told him to wave his arms. So he goes running at me. I go, tickle, tickle, tickle. He's like, I loved it. He was adorable.
Yes, you are.
And it was the first time that I worked with the puppet. So it was also really fun to see Tony and Peter and all these people that I've known for 10 years. And then Dawn was there, directed by Jeff and Jennifer.
How does George C. Scott translate to Chucky? Actually, they don't look dissimilar.
Into my inner sanctum.
The beginning of the scene, Tiffany's really happy because she feels like, oh, we're a family.
And, you know, never mind that Bjorgvin is all tied up and duct taped in a chair. We'll just ignore that, but it's kind of a pretty picture.
When I'm all like tied up and I see you show up, at first I think you're like same as me, but then you start talking to them all like friendly. I'm like, what? And I'd be more confused.
Thanks to my pal here, Mr. Patricide.
And then I think then I'm just kind of like, what happened to you? What happened to you, man? What happened?
Now he's gonna do his friend.
That's you.
Junior, he's like, oh, I hope I can measure up to these like professional quality killers. And he's a little bit shell-shocked.
He's definitely confused. He's a little shocked, and he's a little excited and eager to be a part of this new friend group he has. It's a whole crazy shebang. They're two of the funniest people I've ever worked with, and it's so hard to keep a straight face while working with them because they're always just ad-libbing, and they're just hilarious, and two of the kindest people I've also ever worked with.
You know, I think it's been terrible, really, working with Fiona and Jennifer Tilly. You know, sometimes
Kid's got a lot to learn. This is where you pay us fake compliments. That's a part of the interview where you say nice things.
And you were great. So and then we got to tie him up and duct tape him and put him in the corner.
that was really,
you were great at that.
It was really fun. I mean, it's good sitting down and doing nothing. You know, it's kind of almost like a break. I can watch everyone do things. Oh, that's so cool. It's interesting.
And then you get a close-up at the end where you're just like eyes bug out.
They're terrified.
He was great at it. He was great.
You know, I'm good at being scared.
Yeah.
Because you guys are scary. I mean, very nice people.
Very nice people when we're not chopping dolls into little bloody pieces and
yes.
screaming at each other.
We have a great job.
It's amazing for us because we saw parts of the first few episodes. So we're like, oh my God, we're working with these amazing kids. And
I know, yeah.
yeah, so
I was new generation.
Yeah, I was a little intimidated. I was like, oh my God, they're so cool and professional and really good at what they do. I hope they don't think I'm a big dork, you know?
I know, totally. And also when you guys are all together, like with your inside jokes and handshakes or whatever, it's very intimidating.
Yeah, we get catapulted back to high school. It's like, there's a popular crowd. Maybe they'll let me go.
They like,
talk
hey
to them.
guys,
Yeah.
hey.
Andy?
Well, I think that's really Andy's worst fear as Kyle approaches that door that Andy knows is set to explode. You know, I think it's more important for Andy to protect Kyle than it is to protect himself. I think he's willing to throw himself in harm's way.
Kyle, no!
Living in this world without Kyle would be incredibly difficult for Andy, and that was worst case scenario.
At that moment, I think Devin is dead. The love of my life. The reason I stayed in Hackensack to begin with.
Jake, I'm so sorry.
And that's like the last reason I was there. I had no reason to stay in Hackensack. I had no reason to go on.
And then I showed up.
Yeah, and then you show up, and it's so... it's one of those moments.
One of those moments.
Yes.
People are gonna cry happiness.
Yeah, that's but then we go right back to business.
Right back to business.
Right back to business getting Chucky.
Any questions? Is there an age limit?
I think when the new Chucky is born, he's like a baby, an innocent Chucky. He hasn't done the things that Chucky did. So I try to get a little bit of that in there and change the voice a little, maybe make it a little higher.
Could you define baby?
Don and I spent some time messing around, getting voices, figuring out how to do it. We picked 3 different Chuckies.
Those freaks will gang up on you.
And then I would go through it all in one Chucky. And then I would switch to the next Chucky and go through the whole scene with that Chucky. And then I'd switch to the next one. It made it a little clearer. It has to be clear.
Start by shutting the door. Yeah.
843, Charlie, take 2. Bye-bye.
Ooh. Yeah, we're filming the scene where you're driving away in the van, right?
Yes.
With all the Chuckies?
Yeah, today's fun. I get to beat somebody up and hijack a car and give Tiffany the middle finger. So it's always a good day.
It's always a good day when you're gonna give Tiffany the middle finger.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't mean it that way. I'm sorry, Jennifer.
Yeah.
I don't mean it that way.
I would never give Jennifer the finger.
Just Tiffany, the dog.
Tiffany deserves it.
Yeah.
And she knows it.
This is my favorite part.
I texted Barbara one night and I said, you know, I'm thinking of killing you.
I'm like, no, I want to live. And I'm like texting really fast. No, is he writing right now? Is he killing me right now? I'm like, no, I want to live. And then I find out from you guys like the next few days, no, that's a compliment. That's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then I felt really guilty that I didn't go with it.
No, but I think we probably made the right choice in the end. Since I killed Michael Terrio in the last movie, and it's just sort of fun to kill him again.
Yeah.
Because I love him very
Michael
much,
has
too.
a great death.
He does have a great death, but what made me ultimately realize that it had to be him who dies and not you is because you have a great horror genre scream.
Yes! I have that on tape now.
So since you have that scream that initiates the panic in the movie theater, I can't imagine Michael pulling
screaming
that
like
off
that.
quite as well.
Michael can do anything, so he probably could.
Okay, so let's talk about Junior's death.
Junior's kind of been a really horrible person to Jake. And if Lexi wasn't there, I wouldn't be too sad that a Junior would probably die. But Jake has also experienced that kind of loss. And I feel like he really feels for Lexi in that moment.
That scene was heartbreaking. It was so sad.
I guess it's something that we could have prevented. I could have prevented even almost, because I was there when I saw it and I could have done something about it maybe, but kind of just feel kind of...
Guilty.
Guilty a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's how Lexi feels too. She couldn't have stopped it, but she feels like she could.
He could have.
I probably could have. I've tried killing Chucky so many darn times. He doesn't die.
Morning, sleepyhead.
I think the audience is gonna be shocked and horrified at the ending. Tiffany loves Nika. She loves Nika and she wants to keep her around. The only problem is a dream. She's like, I don't want that rat bastard Chucky sneaking in. So she thinks and thinks and thinks, and you know, nobody said Tiffany wasn't clever. And then she just decides she's going to remove her arms and legs. So even if she does become Chucky, she's not going to be able to like kick her in the chest like she did with the stunt girl or punch her in the face.
I hated shooting that scene, if you guys remember.
It was chilling. I got goose flesh when you started screaming. Everybody was like, make it stop, and they want you to take... And everyone was cringing in Video Village, like, we can't take it anymore. People were running out of the room.
So they put like green sleeves, right? They like put me in a wheelchair, and then Don came up and he was like marking the places to sever my limbs. He was like, oh, I think it would be like worse here. So I like sat there in a wheelchair. It's not really pleasant. It wasn't pleasant to shoot.
And cutting. Excellent.
It's just so horrific.
Yeah.
It's so horrific. Don Mancini is demented.
Yeah, he's twisted. Yeah, I don't know what kind of evil mind would come up with this sort of stuff. And, you know, I think people should keep a close eye on him.
A close eye on him.
Really thinks of these things.
But what about Andy and Nika and that truck full of Chuckies?
Where does Chucky go from here? I think eventually he's going to realize he's made too many Chuckies, and he's going to go start killing Chuckies.
I want Jake to become really scary.
Yeah, same here. I also want to be like sinister.
But I want to become insane.
Okay. Family-friendly fun.
Yes.
Well, I don't want Chucky to kill me, or Andy for that matter.
Yes. I really feel like Tiffany, I feel like she should become part of a movement, like activist or, you know, female empowerment. I feel like she should, you know, belong to society like that. And then she comes home and, you know, she tells Nika about her day and feeds her gruel. And I just really feel like now she's out from under the thumb of Chucky. Now she can really become the woman that she was meant to be.
And then maybe Chucky can kill famed horror director and writer Don Mancini and inhabit the body of Don Mancini, and then Nika can get revenge on Chucky as Don Mancini.
Kill Don
But
Mancini.
first she'll have sex with him. Yes. Oh my God. Talk about a horror story for Dawn.
My hope for the next addition to the franchise, of course, would be a season 2, because I've gotten very attached to the cast and crew. And I've never done such a long shoot before, because I've only done movies. This was 8 episodes, so we were, you know, a 100-day shoot, and we were here for a couple months before that. So, you know, 7 or 8 months, you become a family.
Hi. I'm crying.
Bye, Chucky. Bye, Daddy. On the other side.
And beyond the obvious reasons of wanting to get a second season, but I want to see all these people again. So that's my hope right now, is season 2 so we can all be together again. That sounds really cheesy, but...
Vaya con Dios.